From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, Wairoa's mayor's feeling positive following a meeting with the Prime Minister. Chris Luxon's been in the Hawke's Bay region, which was hit with heavy rain and flooding last month, on top of being devastated by Cyclone Gabrielle in February. Mayor Craig Little says they took a drive around the damaged town and went over some key issues.
One, we need river protection before we can really confidently rebuild back. And then two, we've got to identify why we flooded like we did. And then, of course, we've got to make our state highways actually state highways.
There's belief 2 leaked cabinet documents in less than a week is unprecedented. The new government's under more pressure after revelations yet another cabinet paper's been leaked to media. The document, which has been obtained by the Herald, shows the government suspended the practice of publishing regulatory impact analyses for some proposals in its 100-day plan. Political editor Jason Walls says the public will see this as either Luxon's lost control of the public sector or that it's not happy with the direction the government's going.
1 leaked cabinet document is unusual. 2 in the space of 5 days is completely unprecedented, and the government will be looking at probably their systems and processes at this moment to try and figure out what's going wrong.
Nearly 3/4 of New Zealand women don't feel financially prepared for retirement. The latest Money and You report reveals 69% of women aged 18 or over are worried they won't have enough savings to retire. Financial Services Council CEO Richard Klippen says the interrupted work patterns of women who take time off to look after children or family can impact KiwiSaver.
The fact that so many New Zealand women don't feel that they're ready should be of great concern to all of us.
And Pope Francis has been well enough to read prayer from a Vatican window overlooking St. Peter's Square, speaking unaided for the first time since suffering from an acute lung inflammation 2 weeks ago. The pontiff, who turns 87 later this month, had asked aides to help read his prayers in the past weeks and last week cancelled a planned trip to the COP28 Climate Summit on doctor's orders. And that's news. I'm Donna Marie Lever. To sport, Glenn Phillips' refusal to be dominated by the bowlers has the Black Caps in the mix after day 3 of the second cricket test against Bangladesh. He's blasted 87 off 72 balls to bat New Zealand to 180 and a first innings lead of 8 runs in Dhaka. Phillips outlines the game plan behind his counter-attacking knock.
Understanding that they're going to bowl really good balls and what do I want to have in my court to be able to counteract those balls, and just trying to stick to my game plan as clear as possible.
Bangladesh reached 38 for 2 in their second innings to lead by 30 runs. Meanwhile, the life ban on former Black Cap Lou Vincent for breaching anti-corruption rules has been lifted. A spot in tonight's semi-finals is secure for Kiwi star Paul Cole at the New Zealand Squash Open in Tauranga. And the International Olympic Committee has confirmed Russian and Belarusian athletes who qualify for the Paris Olympics will be allowed to compete as neutrals. And that's sport.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.